Euphoria.
So why don't you start with this one? Give us your thoughts on. So last week we did talk about episodes 1 and 2, right, of season 3. So let us know what are your thoughts on episode 3, and then also after that, let us know a little bit about like the drama that's been going on, because I don't really know a lot of it better than what you said.
Oh yeah,
just because that has been big news.
Well, wait. You want me to talk about episode 3 and the drama?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll start with the drama first because that's just easy.
Yeah.
So there's been a few things I feel like popping up. This is me speak. I haven't really read much into any of this, so this is all just kind of stuff I've been glancing at. So the first thing is apparently Barbie Ferreira, I think her name is. She plays Kat on the show. Mm-hmm. Apparently, she got into an argument or something with Sam Levinson, who created the show. And do we know what it was about? No, I don't think so. And writes the show. Mm-hmm. And then, so there's rumors going around that after that fight, she kind of, that's what, for one, that was why she was not at the premiere.
Oh, I didn't know she wasn't at the premiere.
Yes. And, or at least that's what the pictures say. I don't know if she maybe snuck at the back or something. Mm-hmm. I don't know. And that's why she does not have as many scenes. Apparently, he kind of, they're saying he cut her scenes out of the show, which hearing that I could totally see watching the show.
Yeah,
like she's had, I feel like 2 moments.
I mean, she was like the third biggest character in the first season.
Yeah, I'd say yeah, probably
definitely.
She's she's definitely up there. But like we see her, kind of having that crisis of, who she is and
like
kind
her,
of
her
being
like
uncomfortable with what she looks like.
Yeah.
And then we see her at dinner with that awkward exchange with her,
like 2 episodes
with
later.
Ethan, right?
With Ethan's parents. Yeah.
Which his mom's asshole. Oh my god.
Yeah. What did she say? What did she say?
Like,
that was very illuminating.
Yeah, that was
Go fuck yourself. Like,
I didn't ask you.
How do you? Yeah. Like, how do you just ask someone that? Like, well, who are you?
Yeah.
How does
who are you?
Yeah.
I don't know. What? I'm trying to figure it out. Well, that was illuminating. Well, you asked me.
Yeah.
That's my answer. But that's so it. Stupid. That's all you see from her for the rest of the episode.
Yeah.
So like I don't know. Maybe that is true because the more I watch it, it just like
especially
just seems...
the first episode. I feel like she definitely got cut out a lot in the first episode at the New Year's party because like at the New Year's party they kept doing this cool thing with the how the camera would kind of go all the way from the front to the back of the house like and pull through everybody. That was pretty cool, but like it kept just like pulling through, and like you would see her, oh, she's talking to Cassie, and then you would be like, oh, she's talking to Jules, but you never cut to a conversation with her with anyone, and it was like so clear that like everyone else had like at least some dialogue scenes, and Kat had nothing to do at that party.
And I don't know, there's something about like Dare like not liking the show, like. Dare everybody learns in school. I forget what that stands for. Something about like drugs and alcohol not for kids.
Drugs and alcohol not for kids.
Something about like it perpetuating like drugs and alcohol being like having an effect on a young person's ideas of that stuff being cool and stuff like that. And isn't there another thing you mentioned?
I dare be drug free.
What was it?
It was like the Parents of America like drug safety something like some parental organization that kind of like does the same thing with a focus on like drug awareness and like information and stuff like that. Was also having big problems with the show and HBO.
So did Danielle say something?
Drug abuse resistance education.
Okay. Danielle said
yeah, she said a lot.
Okay, I'm gonna read what Danielle said in the chat.
Because I think it's good points.
So Danielle said, I understand feeling bad for Cassie for her childhood trauma and reasoning of needing love and validation, but you do not sleep with your friend's ex ever. Lexi was always great, reminds me of me and also the only normal teen so far. And now everyone finally is starting to appreciate her. So excited to see the play. Oh, right, the play.
I don't know if I don't even know at this point. I don't even know if we're gonna get to see the play.
We better. She worked really hard on that.
Yeah, I know.
I want to see that play. You know who's gonna be right in the front row? Fez. He's gonna be right in the front row watching.
If he's even allowed on the fucking premises.
Well, he better be.
But yeah.
But yeah, so I really liked the episode. That was one moment I got really mad was at dinner when his mom just made some stupid comment, and you asked me the question and I answered.
Yeah,
that's all I'm giving you. Sorry.
And also, like, she clearly was like being so like vulnerable about it. You know what
right?
I mean?
Yeah,
like,
she's like, wow, big question. Like, I really don't know. Like,
it wasn't like she was like, oh yeah, I'm just like trying to figure it out. She was like, she's like, I
and
don't
she's
really
a senior
know
in
how
high
to answer
school.
it. Like,
what do you want?
Yeah, exactly.
And the other moment I got annoyed was, and Rue is starting to piss me off.
Thank you.
Like
I said, bro. It's starting to get to me.
She got that suitcase, and I said she's gonna get high on her own supply. That's
Absolutely.
what she's gonna do,
100%.
and she's not gonna be able to pay the money back. And
I was just gonna. So, all right, I have a question for you because me and my roommate got into an argument about it. Because is the plan that she had? Is she serious about the plan that she had, or was the whole thing just a made-up thing just to get the drugs?
I don't know. Oh, that's a good point.
You know what
I
I
didn't
mean?
even think about that.
Because I was like, I bet you the whole thing was because she does coke or whatever it is, like off the countertop, and she's like, oh my God, what if there was a way that I could get drugs for free? And then she goes, and like has an idea. So she got the idea because she wanted to figure out a way to get drugs for free, not because she had this great business. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. She worked out the idea because she wanted free drugs. Like, so I'm wondering if she even has any intent to, because she was like, well, what if it was all these girls that were doing it? And so she hasn't talked to anyone about, like, who's going to be on board with this that we know? You know what I mean? Like, it's not like Kat's going to be like, oh yeah, sign me up. I'll, peddle drugs for this lady in a massage chair. Like, I look fucking like MODOK. I don't know what that lady's deal is, but
yeah, I think she's just
I think she just wants it for herself.
No, I could get on that train, but yes, like the lady drug dealer. Yeah, she's kind of mysterious because she talks very softly, but she's like, I'll get you if you don't pay me back. Like, if you don't return what's mine, like, or I'm coming after you. I'm going to sell you to some really bad people.
I did like that beat of it.
Yeah.
Where she was like, I will kill you. And then traditionally that's where somebody would be like, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
But she goes, in the same exact comedic timing that someone would say I'm kidding, she goes, I'm serious.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. Yeah. Okay. Like, it creeped me out.
And you have to think, like, where's she going to get the money from? But Danielle said, I think it was originally to get the drugs. Then she realized she needs to actually sell it. I have no clue who she'd trust to sell it. Fez already said no, and Elliot is the only other druggie.
Exactly.
Yeah. And her kind of her little spat outside after the meeting
with Ali.
Mm-hmm. I was like, honestly, it
pissed me off.
I was like, he told you this stuff in confidence, and I think that's a callback to one of the special episodes, right? Mm-hmm. And I was like, you don't get to. I'm like,
where she says to him, like, what are you gonna do? Hit me or something?
Yeah, it's like he was like, for me personally, I was like, whoa, I told you that, like, and you don't get to like throw that back at me.
Yeah, you don't get to throw that in my face.
Yeah.
Like, when I told you that in like a moment of weakness.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So that was, that kind of annoyed me too. Let's talk about what did you think? From the beginning were you like, oh, finally a Cal episode? And then we kind of got, I think that was the first 10 minutes, I want to say. And then it just kind of left that. I would have liked more. Like, give me more of him as a kid. Like,
well, and we never resolved what happened to the best friend.
Right. Yes, that is very true.
He just gets the call that she's pregnant, and then we jump to the modern day.
Yeah.
So I think maybe we could go back to that. Because I feel like too, this was the best Cal episode that we got in a long time. Although I feel like it's one of those things that all of the sudden they're like, oh, we're gonna write, instead of just crazy shit aside that Cal also does. Like, I mean, character-wise, it's just like stern father also is very fucked up. But like in terms of the emotion and stuff, it's just like stern dad. That's like all. But now that they actually are writing his personality, I feel like it doesn't match for me. Like when he was like, I feel like the Cal that they wrote in season 1 would not have let Ashtray hit him that many times. Like I would be,
he was kind of taking it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think he also believed that they would shoot him. Like at least Ashtray would.
Ashtray was gonna.
At least he would shoot.
Yeah.
You can't kill him because then that just leaves so many things unresolved.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but
I couldn't believe how many times he fucking hit
him. He was
spurting blood out of his head.
Yeah, I love how Fez is like, man, I got no idea about whatever this disc is you're talking about. All I know is your son is messing with Rue and her friends, and I need you to tell him to leave him alone and stop sitting outside my house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I.
Oh wait.
What?
Here we go. Hang on.
Oh, there's a theory.
There is a theory. Since Rue is the narrator and she was sober-ish first season, her stories were more on track. Now that she's high or whatever 24/7, her storytelling is more all over the place, which is why nobody has their own episode this season.
I could get behind that.
Or Sam Levinson just had a really good treatment for one season of TV. And then shit the bed.
Which is another rumor that apparently he's just not a good writer.
Yeah.
Which me and Sean both said, if you want to see if he's not a good writer, go watch Malcolm and Marie.
Yeah.
And then I'll tell you.
And then tune in, check out our review for Malcolm and Marie almost a year ago. Spoiler alert, he's not a good writer.
The first season was good.
No. Well, that's what I said. He probably just worked really hard and had a super solid, really good treatment for one season of television. You know what I mean? Like, that happens all the time where somebody could be a fucking brilliant, and spout out a movie and then or a season and then
Game of Thrones was good for 7 seasons.
Yeah, and then be like, all right, now more, and they're like, what? Which is exactly what happened with D&D for Game of Thrones, was adapting George's work, solid.
Yeah.
Now you finish it. What? Okay, how many episodes do we have? 6. Go for it. But yeah, no, I agree. I think overall at this point, I know last week I was on edge because I was like, if there's not a light at the end of this tunnel, if we're not going anywhere with this, I'm like, why am I watching this? You know what I mean? Why am I subjecting myself to this?
It's rough.
I'll say this in terms of just my thoughts on this episode. Through and through, a much more palatable episode. A lot less just intensity and like shit happening in this episode. There was still a lot of intense shit happening, don't get me wrong, but it was just a lot more like easily digestible, I feel like, in this episode. But that being said too, I just feel like this season overall, now that we're 3 episodes in, it's just nowhere near as solid as the original one.
Except for that one moment.
What's
with
going on here? We got Big Mike saying,
Big Mike, wow, Trump 2024, MAGA. Except for what was it? When Cassie and Nate are having sex and his parents are sitting in the kitchen and you can hear it from. That was just weird.
That was just very weird.
Why?
And I just feel like there's a bunch of stuff that's just like weird like that this season. Whereas like the first season was like, well, this show is like fucked up. You know what I mean? But then now it's like, now it's just like, why are we doing this? You know what I mean? Like, that's just all I can think, as I'm just like, why is this happening? But yeah, I mean, I guess
Thanks, Danielle.
Yeah, thank you. I guess I liked the episode.
I liked it.
Yeah, I liked Lexi's stuff in the episode. I think the whole Cassie and Nate situation is just getting more fucked up by the second.
I do feel I shouldn't say I feel bad for her. I feel bad that she like gets ready every day for him to notice her and he just kind of walks by.
Yeah.
Even though there's still, I think from what I can tell, they were still hooking up every Friday or whatever it was. But then at the end of the episode, he goes to what's her name's house.
And it's so fucked up too that he's only hooking up with her once a week, and that's all she looks forward to.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Sorry, I can't make it." And he doesn't go like, "All right, we'll do tomorrow." He goes, "I'll see you next week."
Yeah.
Like, all right, you missed this window, but I'll see you next Friday. And it's like, Jesus Christ, it's so terrible.
Did you think when she was going off in the bathroom? Did you think that was real?
When that happened, we paused it because I was like, I was like, wait a minute. I was like,
yeah.
If this is, because I knew right away we were gonna find out if it was real or fake. I was like, if this is real right now, this just changed the entire. And I got interested for a second because I was like, yo, this would change the entire dynamic of the show. You know what I mean? Like if she really said that. And so I figured it was just gonna be like, you know, it was just gonna do that like pan zoom or something, and then just like cut back to her just like with a blank expression, be like, well, she didn't really say any of that, but it was just ruin the thing saying, you know, she didn't really say any of that. So
right,
I don't know, but
did you think? Another question: did you think Cal's? Well, I guess it's his wife right now. Did you think she looked like Lexi at first glance? Okay, that's what a lot of people were saying. I was like, yeah, I could.
They definitely
did.
100%. They
thought that was
definitely
a little weird.
look similar. Nate is only back with Maddie to get the tape back.
Oh yeah, that's a good point. Again, that relationship is just toxic to me. Yeah. Like, well, I mean, Nate is just a toxic person in general, but so is Maddie, in my opinion.
She said. Danielle said, "I love the part that was like an interview of Lexi." Yeah, I love that when it like broke for a second,
that was
and
cool.
we watched like 2 minutes of like a documentary about the making of the play. Like that was very cool.
Funny.
Yeah,
I hope she. You know, I think that's what I'm just rooting for in this show is that Lexi and, you know, Fez isn't, you know, he's not the greatest person in the world. You know, he's dealing drugs and stuff like that, but he is he looks out for those that he cares about, and I respect that, especially with you know, Ashtray, Rue, he just refuses to give Rue anything. And I do love that. Like even I think it was like the second episode of the first season when she's banging, throwing a tantrum at his door.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Nope, not getting nothing from me."
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to do. I think there's 8 episodes in this season.
Oh God.
7 or 8. So I don't know are you gonna make it through to the end?
Man.
You gotta make it. I mean,
you
gotta see what happens.
I know. It's just so much information. Not even just information. It's just the way that it is. But I mean, I'm gonna watch it. But yeah, that's my thoughts.
That's Euphoria.
That's our Euphoria talk. I'll interject real quick with a talk. So, I am behind the entirety of 2 shows that I love, and I need to watch. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna watch through it tomorrow because I have to. But I did watch the first episode of one of them, which is Ozark and Cobra Kai.
Didn't part 1 come out? Or whatever it is. Yeah.
So I have yet to watch Cobra Kai, which came out December 31st, so it's been a long time, but don't worry, once I watch that one, I'll talk a little bit about it on Planet Film Live, but I'm planning on doing like episode recaps on the TikTok and stuff for Cobra Kai. Ozark, I'm probably just gonna do a season like recap just because it's like a lot to kind of get through, and it's not as I don't know, it's not as like light a show to do like an you know what I mean? Like Cobra Kai, there's like cliffhangers and stuff. Like Ozark is just like heavy shit. All right, and then like it's done. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'll do a full season review of both of them on the TikToks, but I'll do episode reviews of Cobra Kai. But I have not watched Cobra Kai yet. I did watch the first 2 episodes of Ozark season 4A. Absolutely great. Great start to it. Super.
Is 4B already filmed?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And then 4B will be the last one. Which is gonna, I think,
gotta be this year.
I think it's gonna be this year. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. 2024. Maybe.
Surely they will not make you wait a whole nother year for a second half of a season.
Well, the problem is they call it 4A and 4B, but 4A has 8 episodes. That's like a whole season.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe because there's normally 10, it's either 10 or 13. It's not an 8-episode show normally. So maybe 4B will just only be like 4 or 5 episodes. Like maybe it'll just be a shorter episode count. Because it's definitely all filmed. So it might. I want to say it's something like it'll drop in the fall. I think it's like that. I think it's like September. Hopefully, jeez. But that beside that, absolutely great start to this. I think the new problem for this season and what will be, for the series finale as well once we get to the rest of season 4, it's just another thing. Like if you guys watch Ozark, you know what it is. It's just how on earth are they going to be able to pull it off or get out of it? Do they get out of it? Is it going to be like a Walter White situation where they just don't get out of it?
Yeah.
Spoiler alert for Breaking Bad, I guess. But I'm super, super intrigued. And again, Jason Bateman, phenomenal actor, phenomenal director, phenomenal writer. Ozark is one of the best shows on TV right now, period. So I'm super, super excited to finish that. But yeah, so I'm probably going to finish Ozark Season 4A tomorrow and then start Cobra Kai Season 4 tomorrow as well.
Last thing on Euphoria real quick. Danielle said, things are supposed to pick up and be crazy. Someone is supposedly dying this season. All I know is if Lexi dies, I will probably stop watching the show.
No, literally, I probably will.
Because what's the point? Everybody else sucks.
Yeah.
She's the only, nice person, I feel like. All right, so Peacemaker.
And she's the only person that deserves any redemption.
Right, yeah.
Even Rue doesn't.
She doesn't even need redemption.
No, yeah.
There's nothing to be redeemed of. She didn't do anything.
But, like, even Rue does, I
don't want to say she doesn't deserve redemption because she's a drug addict and, she's going through some shit, like.
Yeah.
But, again, they've all gone through some shit, I feel like.
But I feel like Rue is.
They all have mental problems.
Especially in this newest episode. I feel like she really, with the, I would call it mental manipulation and abuse of her sister.
Oh yeah.
That really hit me of like,
yeah.
Cause that's sober Rue thinking that out and doing it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that to me was like, that was like a little extra fucked up that like, I was like, oh my God, that's like really bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, sorry.